Alrighty, so it's a math dealer here, and today we're going to learn how to find the equation of a line that is perpendicular to a specific line. So in this case, the line it's going to be perpendicular to is 3x minus 8y equals 2. And it passes through the point 1, negative 5. And then, of course, it's been asked to place the answer in slope-intercept form. Now, looking at all this stuff, you're like, okay, whoa, what is she talking about, right? Well, first off, if you watched my other video, you know there are two key things that you have to find the equation of a line, right? Got to have a point and you got to have a slope. Got yourself a point, got yourself a slope, might as well use the point slope formula, right? It just makes sense. So we say that point slope formula, of course, don't forget y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So, first off, you got a point. You're welcome. That was very nice of me. The thing you don't have yet is a slope, but you do know it's perpendicular to this line. So what you have to remember is that perpendicular lines, their slopes are opposite reciprocals of each other. Okay, so if two lines are perpendicular, their slopes are actually opposite reciprocals. So with this line you're given, go and find the slope. The way you do that is go ahead and get it in the form of y equals mx plus b. That's probably the easiest way that most people remember how to do it, okay? So I take my 3x minus 8y equals 2. And now here we go. We're going to get the y by itself. Now I'm going to write down all these steps. And I know this might make the video a little bit longer, but oftentimes students just need to know, like, where do these numbers even come from? Please note here, I cannot combine a negative 3x and a 2 and make it anything else but negative 3x plus 2 because the 2 does not have an x in it. And then I'm going to divide by negative 8. And remember, I hope your algebra teacher stresses this. You are dividing every term by negative 8. Just don't pick that apart. So that's going to give me y is equal to a positive 3/8x minus 1/4. Now, the slope is 3/8 because remember the slope is the coefficient of the x. Well, we want the perpendicular one. So the perpendicular slope is going to be the opposite reciprocal of 3/8. So that becomes a negative 8/3. Remember, took the change in sign and I flipped it. So now I got myself a slope and I got a point. Got myself a point, got myself a slope. I know, right? Might as well use the point slope formula. Just makes sense. If you're a little fuzzy on the point slope formula, please go back and watch my other video. Because, oh yeah, by the way, I put that one up too. So I have y minus a minus 5. Well, y minus minus 5, you know, is plus. So just cleaning this up, just a shimmy, shimmy, work, just so I can catch my breath, right? Gives me negative 8/3 x minus 1. Now, here's the kicker. You want this in slope-intercept form. Your final answer you want in slope-intercept form. So, distribute. Gives me y plus 5 equals a negative 8/3 x plus 8/3. Now I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. Don't fret none just because we're running out of room because I've got this very cool screen. I know, right? Super exciting. Anyway, but seriously, don't fret because we have a fraction. So that 5 becomes a negative 15/3. 8/3, of course, is 8/3. All right. That gives me y is equal to a negative 8/3. Believe it or not, that is an 8/3. And then 8/3 minus 15/3 makes a negative 7/3. And that's the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. Okay, if they asked you for it in standard form, if they were like, oh, wait, I want this in standard form, don't fret none. Just go ahead and multiply through by that least common denominator. When you do that, everybody gets hit. You get 3y equals negative 8x minus 7. And then, of course, adding the 8x over. Lo and behold, you end up with your final answer to be 8x plus 3y equals a negative 7. So either way, if they ask you for it in slope-intercept form, you got that right here, getting the y by itself. If they ask you in standard form, you have it right there. All right, I really hope this video was helpful for you. I know it looks like we did a whole lot, but trust me, if you pause it, go back, it's going to make some sense. Fair enough? All right, this is the Math Dealer signing out.